I really think that 99% of you guys don't really know what's going wrong with you in terms of as a player. Like, why are you improving so slow? What is the issue, right? And I this is not an easy video to make because it's not easy to tell people the harsh truths. It's not easy to tell people what's wrong with them, right? Because people don't like to hear it. I can make this bold claim just because of the experience that I have with talking to a bunch of students, talking to a bunch of players who are around this level and trying to become a pro. And it seems to me that over months and months and months, because I've kept up with these players, it doesn't seem like they're making a lot of progress, right? And in my personal opinion, the number one reason why that is absolutely your effort. I'm talking to you as the viewer. You truly do not understand what it means to have real effort put into a game for months and months and months and months. And now I know a lot of you guys watching this video are just going to be like, I swear I'm trying really hard. I want you to sort of take that out of your mind right now. You truly do not appreciate what it takes to become a professional player in any sport, anything. Right? It requires a ton of dedication. It requires a ridiculous urge, your desire to become a pro player. All the people that I talk to nowadays, it's almost like a side thing. It's almost like, I'll do this if it works, it's cool. Otherwise, I have a backup plan. Like, it's fine. I will go to college or whatever. And while I do encourage you guys to continue to try hard in school and continue to try hard as a college thing, I genuinely feel like the pattern of people who actually go pro are the people who genuinely want it, right? And if it's so painful for you to not be a pro player at this point in time, and you really, really, really want it, it's one of your biggest dreams, it's your number one goal, you will absolutely make strides. Because essentially what's happening is you're making a contract with yourself to feel pain until you hit that goal, right? And I really feel like a lot of people don't have that level of drive, of passion, that desire to become a pro player. A lot of people aren't even acting professionally, right? Like, think about it this way. If you want to become something, you start acting that way now. And in order to sort of become a pro player, we have to ask ourselves a very simple question. What do pro players do daily? What do? They put in a ton of effort, way more than you could possibly imagine. However, I don't think it's unattainable for you guys. This is something that you can absolutely do. However, you have to start acting like that now. It's not something that you can start doing seasons from now. It's not something that you wait and you do it later. That's how people are acting. If you want to become a professional player, you treat the game professionally. The whole idea of like playing for fun needs to go out the window to some extent, right? Obviously, games should be fun. Competition should be fun. In my personal opinion, that's how I see the game. And I feel like a lot of pro players will see the game the same way. It's fun to compete. It's fun to place high. It's fun to achieve your goals. It's very satisfying. And a lot of people will play the game for fun. Stop viewing it as a video game. Like this sort of vision of video game and then job are being meshed in. It's so blurry. Like, it's not easy to sort of discern between the two. And so a lot of people who are playing the game sort of play as their break from school, as fun, as an escape. This is a very serious matter. If you genuinely want to become a pro player and you don't want to be disappointed 2, 3, 4 years from now when you haven't made it, you need to change something now. You need to genuinely change the way you are doing things. And it's super, super important you understand the message that I'm trying to give you, because all these videos that I make on my channel about theories, endgame strategies, fighting strategies, they're genuinely useless if you do not put in effort. Effort is the number one thing that you could ask for in a pro player or an aspiring pro player. This is the genuine reason why some of my students succeed, and that's the difference, right? Like, I teach all these people the same thing. Right? Nothing's changing between student to student. So then why do some students succeed and some students don't? And I've seen this firsthand. It genuinely is their desire and effort in terms of how well they practice, how many hours they put in, their ability to not make excuses in terms of mistakes, their ability to be accountable for the mistakes that they have. This is a whole another topic. I could talk about accountability, but I really think that could be a separate video. If I could interview a bunch of pro players right now, and I really do think it will be a video in the future, and you ask them how like desperate are they to become a pro player before they were a pro player, to them it was either do or die. To them it was either I am a pro player or not. There was no option. There was no element of like I will, like, maybe I'll get lucky or whatever. It's just you do it or you don't, and they'll do everything in their power to make sure that it happens. That's how strong their desire is to become a pro player and actually achieve their dreams. And in order for you to accomplish the same thing, I do agree with patience. I do agree with the fact that it will take seasons, right? You want to set the time frame right, but at the same time, it's super important that you're You're disciplined about this. You're not sort of lying to yourself about the effort that you put in. They know what their issue is. You've played solo cash cups. You played duo cash cups. You know why you're losing them. And if you don't, then you should VOD review. Like, why don't you know? You should know. And if you know what the issue is, how is it not solved after months of work? Right? And I think that's something that you guys should have the urgency. You should feel the rush a little bit. It ultimately comes down to a lot of professionalism, right? Well, so let's say I'm a professional, I don't know, surgeon, right? Let's say one day I'm really, really tired, and then someone comes in and they need a surgery, like they need an operation. Do I sit there and go, oh, I worked 18 hours yesterday, I'm super tired, I can't do this? No, as a professional, you have a responsibility to get up and actually do the task, regardless of how you're feeling. And so when you want to become a professional player in Fortnite and you know what needs to be done, aim training every day, piece control maps every day, fighting every day, fighting practice, everything, scrims. If you know what needs to be done, why are you not doing it? It's because this sort of blurriness between video game and job exists. So take this part out. Take the video game out, and I genuinely feel like you'll have a lot more success when you start treating this professionally. And if you don't know what that means, if you don't know what it really means to treat the game professionally, if you don't understand with everything I've said in this video, please leave it in the comments below. I will absolutely help you, because I this is something that really, really bothers me. Is I know a lot of you guys are going to watch a lot of my videos, hundreds of my videos, and not really understand what's going wrong, when I just honestly think most of the problem is you not putting enough effort. Effort doesn't just mean hours in the game. Effort also means being honest with yourself. When you make a mistake, do you genuinely own up to it? In your mind, do you resort to excuses, or do you genuinely own up to it? Because every time you make a mistake and then point it or direct it towards something else, my teammate, lag, ping, my build didn't place, my shotgun didn't shoot, boogie bombs are in the game. Like, why do you think these issues don't apply to other pro players? There's a ton of pro players that are on higher ping and still succeed. What is the problem with you, man? It's crazy to me. I swear, like 95% of this community talks this way, and it's infuriating to watch, because I genuinely know you're wasting your time. You're talking like this, and there's, in your brain, if you don't account yourself, if you don't look at yourself as the reason to why you died, there's nothing you learn. Because if you genuinely believe something else was the problem, like something external, like your computer, this, that, excuses, right? You're not going to process the mistake that you made, and you absolutely will not take it in. So in other words, nothing's going to change in your gameplay. And so if nothing changes, how are you going to improve? And so get rid of excuses. If you have that mentality, you are in trouble. You are in serious trouble. You are wasting your time. Get rid of that first. Put almost everything on yourself, including if you're playing duos. Like, if I have a teammate, I'm so unconcerned about my teammate. Like, why are you looking at him? The only thing you can control is yourself, right? Forget your teammate. Focus on yourself. Another point that I want to make, so many people in duo fights are so focused on trying to fix the team dynamic in a fight, or you should have followed up on me, I should have followed up on you, we should have pinched here, you should have been closer to me, I'm healing, why are you fighting? Like, forget all of that and focus on yourself being a better individual player. Like, there's a reason why two pros can split up, find another pro teammate, and then roll everyone in the lobby, get 30, 40 kills. Why is that? They don't have synergy. They don't have practice. They don't have anything. And so if you look at duo fights in general, a lot of it comes down to individual skill. A lot of pro players can literally not talk once, no comms, and just roll a team. Why is that? Because they're both individually good players at fighting. And so there's a reason why Solo Arena will still be valuable this season, even though there's no solo events, is because Solo Arena is very harsh. There's a reason why people don't like it, right? People hate Solo Arena. It's demotivating. It's not fun because it's a harsh environment. One small, tiny mistake you make is going to end up with you eliminated and back to the lobby. And so that's a good environment for growth if you can handle it mentally. I really think a lot of you guys are looking for new strategies and problems within the game, theories. A lot of it comes down to mentality. A lot of it comes down to effort. A lot of it comes down to how you view the game and how you view your mistakes. And I really think this is genuinely one of my most important videos that I'm going to make for quite a long time. I really hope you take it seriously. I hope you take what I've said to heart and change your ways, because I know a lot of you guys have room to improve in this department. And I hope you guys take it seriously and actually make the change that needs to be made. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful season of competitiveness, and hope you guys make really, really big strides this season, because I know a lot of you guys are dying to become a pro player. You guys are really, really itching for that. And I can understand, I can relate. I've been there, right? And while I have failed, I've gotten to top 150 at my peak in NA East. That was my rank. That was my PR, 40,000 PR, something like that, right? But I don't consider myself to be a pro player at that stage. I made 5K earnings. That's not a full-time income. A lot of these people in the top 10, 20, 30 in the region, NA East, EU, NA West, they're making full-time income. And that's really what I define to be a professional player in Fortnite. Is you could quite literally live off of your earnings, right? Now do me a favor and actually put in the effort that's required. And I like, take this video seriously, guys. I want a lot of you guys to succeed. I want someone to come from my channel and be like, Zycoma inspired me. Why I watched this one video and it put me into gear. It really kicked me into doing all the right things that I know I should have been doing. And now I've made it, right? I want someone to come back to me, come back to this channel and say that, because that would be amazing. That would genuinely be really, really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys next time.